Oh, and we're live. I have a new top 3 favorite character, and this might be in my top 5 favorite of episodes ever. It was really good. I have a hard time picking my favorite RWBY episodes, but this is definitely one of them now. But oh boy. This is another thing that where the actual episode in time length probably was only 10 minutes long, but so much shit happened
in so little time.
The episode was about as long as the actual events that happened, and that's not very often that they actually do that, but that was we're just gonna talk about stuff because my fucking
I like how quiet we all worked. That was great.
My roommate probably thought I was insane towards the end of this episode because I was screaming like a child. I was near endgame levels of screaming at the end of this episode. So we'll just go in order. I got you on the screen. Blake, favorite thing, go.
I like the how when Ying and John are now they're all working together so I thought that was nice.
They're best friends now.
And returning characters.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
And also Mary needs a fucking hug. He needs a hug. My boy needs a hug.
Boy.
He needs a hug.
He
does. Little boy.
He does. Raven, go ahead.
So we've got Hazel for finally forgiving Osmond, and being I would have done this for my sister. My sister would have done this, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ren trying his best to pull off both parts of his semblance. Oh, he's trying so hard. My precious child. Okay, I'm good.
Summer, go ahead.
Clearly when Forrest was in the show. No. My nonsense never stops, guys.
No, it does not.
I mean, he is the key.
He's the key.
We have not had this video going for 5 minutes yet. We are not starting that shit this early.
We are now.
Oh god.
Wow, I forgot what I was gonna say. I would say, honestly, the fact that Emerald can actually trick Salem with her semblance. I felt that was a really cool moment.
I liked it and I didn't like it for a small reason, which is very minuscule, but it's fine and we'll get into it when it gets to it. Mine, I don't think I need to say what mine is because I changed my name for the first time in almost a year and a half of doing these streams. Holy fucking shit, is Hazel the best. Wow! That might be the most... God damn it. She thought I wouldn't notice, but I did. That man's playing Galaga. No one thought we would notice, but I did.
I did it for Summer. I did it for you, Summer.
I know you did. Hazel has become, I've said this off screen, was that Hazel's most likely in the top 3 of my favorite characters, which includes, I would probably say is Pura, Blake, and then Hazel at this point. And then probably Pietro. And I don't know who that last spot would be, but if you're up there with Pura, it's saying a lot because I cannot even put into words how much I like Pura. But speaking of returning characters, we got Tim Neon for a second, and only the ones that people would remember because Cobalt and Ivory didn't get shit for screen time.
We saw Cobalt for 2 seconds. Cobalt's right there next to Neon.
Yeah, and you saw Ivory for a frame when they were scooping the camera around.
I was just thinking how you see the soldiers and then they just stake out like a sore thumb.
Just see one with trombone, one with nunchucks and pigtails, and then
it's
soldiers.
It's the main character anime edition.
It is.
I felt like they should have Flint have his hat. He needs his hat.
I didn't know what his head was going to look like without a hat on. I wasn't expecting that, but it works. But I was just the entire time my brain is trying to process him without a hat. And I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's Flint. Okay.
He looks very sad without his hat.
Yeah, if he didn't have his the trombone, you would have no idea who he was. So.
Yeah. We'll go to the next moment where I thought I had a stroke. Honest to God, thought I had a stroke. Because Mero called him Juan.
Okay, I heard that too.
I heard it too. I was like,
I
what?
heard that too.
But didn't
Oh,
he
I
mess up his
went
name
back. I was like,
before?
oh.
I don't know. I'm pretty
No,
sure
I know what
somebody-
he
They called him that last volume. He said his name wrong, and I think John was trying to correct him.
Oh, was it?
Volume.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
what
it was.
happened? I
Yeah, I think
forget.
it was the same from
When they get
last
the hun-
volume.
And when they
Okay.
get the their huntsman's license, he calls John the wrong name. So
Okay. I forgot all about that.
Ah.
Okay, nice. But
that's
no,
why
when
I
he
didn't even
said
think about it.
he said that, and I'm like, did I just have a
Who's
stroke? Like, did the voice actor screw up?
Yeah, I
And they
thought
put it in
it was
the
the voice
show?
acting error. I was like, what? Like, they didn't cast that?
I just thought it was funny that he did it again. Come on,
That is
Juan.
funny. Now that you bring
Thing
that
is-
up, that is funny.
Well, for me, it's like when I heard it, I'm just like, okay, this is classic. It's classic, like TV show and anime. You hear it occasionally where they fuck up, and it's like, nope.
Yeah,
Just
I
gonna go
thought like someone fucked up.
exactly.
So too.
But that was really cool. I'm just like, now that you reminded me of that, that's awesome that they brought back that little detail. Let's see. There was one thing. Almost all the writing was rock solid and like really good. Almost every scene had good lines in it. So we're probably just gonna go over most of them. And I didn't know how much humor they were gonna have in this episode. They had a decent amount. I laughed way too hard.
I saw
at
that. I
this,
was like,
like right here.
Yes.
It's like, who thought this was a good idea? I don't know. It just happens. That whole the writing was off the charts, and all their voice acting, especially Yang's in a moment we'll get, or Barbara Dunkelman's, for those that don't know, was the best it's ever been in the whole show, and we'll get to that later.
This is the episode that came out today, Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
We're not
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're not talking about last week's episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
You know, last week's episode, you did the same thing, buddy. You gotta watch the current one to be watching.
I don't
this
want to
current-
be spoiling stuff for you, dude, because some shit happens. So
Yeah.
if you want to duck out, feel free. I don't want to
Spoiler
spoil
alert!
it.
The spoiler alert! Sweet potatoes suck.
Yeah.
Seriously, don't watch us if you haven't seen the episode that came out today for first members.
Yes. No, you don't have to be sorry, dude. We're trying to not have you see spoilers, so you're fine.
Unless
bud.
you don't
gotta
care
be
about
sorry about it.
spoilers.
If you don't care, you can hang out. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So let's see. I have to. I hate that Facebook makes these pictures so.
Yeah,
damn
if
funny.
if we're gonna talk about the same moment, because just not too far after this, they pulled out some hard mementos to Monty. If you guys want to pay attention.
Yes,
no,
yes,
I did. I heard it.
saw
They're
that,
like,
I was like, mm.
I heard
they're
that
like-
and I cried.
Yeah,
I
they're-
cried.
yep. He's like, I would have gone with keep moving forward, but that works too. I was like, that was not cheesy. It was really well done, and I loved it.
Cue
'Cause
me
that
crying
coulda-
at the corner.
I know. It's like,
Oh, I heard that, and I had to stop the video.
I was like, ah!
And I was like, I wonder how hard it was for Miles to deliver that line.
Yeah. Oh, the
Oh.
heartstrings band.
and having
Oh.
Monty's brother right there at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
But anyway, speaking of the last episode, we have to get something in before we go too far away from it.
oh,
Me and Raven's boyfriend are fans of Willow for a reason that most men might be fans of Willow. And one of the animators had to openly admit that they did this, and they posted it on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, I saw.
I had to get this in before I forgot.
should I just bring Clover in here for him to laugh? I can go get him. I can go get him.
If you want to, it's fine.
Go grab
Oh.
Clover so he's
Don't grab
the
Clover
jug with the
quickly.
trunk.
All right, one second. Let me make some video.
We like the people that are thick.
Well, the best
That's
part
what
was,
we learned today. We
the
like
best part
like-
was it's
we like
like
the
they
meat.
show the concept art of her, and then they show her in the show, and it goes from like a flat line to a full crescent moon.
Look, they couldn't allow the
Join
flat.
in for a
Look,
moment so you two can laugh at this beautiful piece of work.
Did you see this, Clover?
I mean, not wrong. Damn.
No, it's not. Willow's got some junk in the trunk, and they
Just
had
talking
to-
about that dump truck booty, dude.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I had to mention it before we got too far away from that episode, so
Right.
I figured we'd get you in for a second.
No worries. Hello, everyone.
See you, buddy.
All right, see you guys.
Oh,
It's
all
just
right,
like that. His luck ran out.
just like that. Okay.
Oh,
Hey.
I saw that.
Ah!
Why? Why?
Oh great, another dog. Buddy, get out of here.
No! It's hard for me to be mad. considering-
Okay, for happier times, this is probably one of my favorite shots in the whole show. Yang is petting him. Yang is petting him for crying out
Not
loud.
a big ol' hug. The fact that John's the one who's hugging him, it fills me with
It's so
joy.
Also, the moments leading up to this are the best because you don't realize it until afterwards that Oscar in front of Salem is trying to impersonate Hazel.
Yes.
Yes.
He's like,
And as they're walking,
oh.
Oscar is terrified for Hazel. At first, you think it's Hazel being scared for Oscar. He's like, is he going to be okay by himself? And it's Oscar worrying about the most indestructible man they've ever met.
He is sweet farm boy. What do you expect?
I got confused for a minute, being like, why did you leave Oscar behind?
Yeah, exactly. I was just like,
I'm so glad that we have a new recruitment in the Oscar protection squad. Hazel, very
he
high
is
potential
the
member.
entire. He's the
I was gonna say,
entire
he's
Oscar.
the entire squad. Let's be
He
honest.
retired. He retired everyone
He's
else,
the-
and then just
He's
went
the
in.
new president of the Oscar protection.
Exactly. He's just like, all you go home. I got this.
He's just like,
Oh,
come on,
man.
dear.
Oscar in this episode, though, him and Ozpin were
It
just.
was really good. I have.
I love
Oh.
Oscar.
Right
He's
You
there.
one
have
of my
the moment.
favorites.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
right
like-
there. Oh.
I don't want to use magic anymore because it's bringing us too close together, and neither of them want that to happen.
No, and that's the
Look at
best
that
part.
poor boy. Look at his little face.
Ugh.
My
Hi,
child.
I'm back. I'm Blake. Nice to meet you. We're talking about the episode that came out today. So you haven't seen it.
Yes.
You should stop watching unless you don't care about
I'm back.
spoilers.
Yes, exactly. Hello, Andrew. But just keep that in mind. Watch the ticker. This is spoilers. Again,
The
before
ticker.
we get too far away, one of my favorite moments from Hazel before we got this far.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And I saw some criticism of this online.
Why?
Of
I did
just
see a lot of that too.
we'll get what it is and how I take it. Hazel is probably the most forward thinking, and I think like got his shit together. Got his most shit together on the show. And Hazel, up until this point, thought Oscar or I should say Ozpin was an absolute just liar, deceitful douchebag, whatever. So it would make sense that he would lie to him about this Jin stuff. So then right away, he drags him. He's like, all right, if the bomb's going to go off, you're going to be in here with me. You didn't know I was going to do this. He sets him down. And then all of a sudden he's like, all right, I'll activate it. Ask her the questions. I'm being honest with you. I'm not your enemy. And he goes, well, fuck. I was wrong the entire time. All it took was a moment of realizing, because he'd been that blinded by wanting to kill Ozpin. He's not an idiot. That's the part why he got over it so much. People are like, you got over it too fast. I'm like, no.
It was more like he didn't trust Ozpin, but he trusted Oscar more because like Hazel like see like, oh, you're a young kid, so it's like Gresson was. So that's why he trusted Oscar more than Ozpin and felt bad for Oscar. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it was Ozpin, you probably would have gotten this moment. But because it was
Mhm.
Oscar,
he did.
Yeah. And it just and then they leave. Okay, for like I want to say 2 weeks because we weren't inside the whale for a few episodes. We've been wondering who was going to get to the lamp first and ask it a question. And we're like, okay, it's going to be one of those three that get to that room at the same time. No, it was all fucking three of them because
I was
all of
gonna
them were there.
Mhm.
that
I
made
screamed
me
when I
laugh.
saw
was like,
this.
oh my god, we were right.
About all of them.
I
just
didn't even
wanna
actually
know-
was serious on Neo. I was not serious at all.
I just want to know how Jin let them get away without asking a question after calling her out. 'Cause it's like, it's just like, she let Ruby get away with it because like Ruby needed that moment. But in this, it's like, okay,
I honestly think
I
that
feel like
she
because-
is a creation of Ozpin's, so Ozpin is like a friend of hers.
Yeah, because
That's what
like,
I
she was
honestly
very
she
thought.
said like
friendly.
hello old friend, so she thought like, oh Aspen, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
honestly
say-
think that's what it was.
I
If
look
it
at it
wasn't
more
for
the
that.
fact like it's like, well, you've seen genies before in the past, like for other shows. And they're like,
Yeah,
what
but
comes
she's a
after?
Jin, not a genie.
Yeah, and either way,
Whatever.
they don't need to have them be the same from each show, so she's got her own little kinks.
Yeah.
So, Danny, what do I think she's going to ask? It's probably not what she's going to ask, but I think it would be rather fucking funny if she just goes, "So, what happened to Roman?"
Yes. Yes.
Do I think that's what she's going to ask, or is she just going to take the lamp? I don't know. But if she's going to ask questions, what else would she want to know?
She did take the lamp.
Well, no, I mean,
She
if
did.
she was going, hold on. I said if she's going to take the lamp, what other thing would she want to know? And she does take it. So what other point would you want it for? That's what I was getting at.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize she took it.
Yeah, because she said, like,
Yeah.
Salem says it later, the thing's gone
Yeah.
and none of them have it.
That's why I said I
Yeah.
didn't even realize. I was like,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah, she's got it.
Yeah.
And she knows how to turn it on because she watched them do it.
Yeah,
thing is-
my
Well, we get to
theory.
hear her speak.
Yeah, but that's my theory. I feel like she's gonna say Jin, and that'll be it.
Finally get to hear her speak.
You know,
I want
be
to
down
hear
for
her.
that.
I'd be down for that because they have clarified that Casey Lee Williams is her voice actress.
All I want but I personally want to see her pull off her little Chubby version. Just pull out a sign that says Jin.
That would be cute, but I feel like
If it
like, I
wasn't
feel more
Chibi,
com-
that would happen.
Yeah, I feel like more it'll be like she'll just say like a one-liner thing. I know. I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
if she does, I feel like a lot of people will be like pissed off that she spoke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you
that's
probably
the
hear her say Jin, and then Jin being ethereal, weird,
Yeah.
whatever the hell she is, I guess would like maybe, I don't know, read her thoughts. I don't know. I don't know
Maybe.
how that's gonna work, but there's no point of her having that lamp if she's not going to try and find out about the only person she ever cared about.
Oh, no, I
Unless
agree
I'm
with that.
wrong. Unless I'm wrong and there's something they haven't shown us yet about her.
Yeah, unless he's
Yeah.
so like, oh,
Yeah.
Cinder, here you go, or is he so mad that Cinder's like took all the credit?
Oh, I would. Oof. That
She
would
takes
be
the
the one.
lamp and brings it to Ruby.
Oh my.
Okay,
Man,
that would be
Imagine.
we shall see.
This is like so.
You want to be really there we go. But if she wouldn't do it, that would be the only way they could get away with her not asking about Roman is to make her have Ruby ask about
Yes.
Oh, you know what?
that won't happen because that'd
Yeah.
be a major waste, but yeah, so crap. No, I gotta get what else in these pictures right here. And then we had that.
Oh,
Who isn't
And-
scared in this situation?
I know. I'm.
God, if I
Everybody's
was there.
scared, Red.
Yes. This is one thing that me and our admin Crow on our page, me and him write a RWBY fan fiction, and the two people that we had turn and become good guys were Emerald and Hazel.
No,
So it feels really good to be vindicated on this show. But before we even started writing the fan fiction, both me and him, at the moment where Mercury is videotaping the fall of Beacon and they're standing on top of that building at Beacon where it's Emerald, Cinder, and Mercury.
Yeah.
Like Emerald's horrified at what's happening. And when I talked with them about that episode, I'm like, if any of them turn, it's going to be her. So I've been wanting this to happen for about 5 years.
Like, I'm also surprised that she turned because like she's like up Cinder's ass, so I felt like she'll stay for Cinder. So
I thought she was up her ass until recently.
I was
yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I think she's slowly getting out of that ass.
So I'm glad like
Yeah.
she's like becoming like her own person and doing what she wants to do.
Yeah, and especially while Cinder treating her like shit, her seeing more of what Salem's like, and then Tyrion point blank telling them, y'all are idiots. She's going to do exactly what those kids have been telling you she's going to do. You just haven't been listening. And then they go,
Oh,
what? What?
So-
Why weren't we a part of this meeting? Oh, yeah. But yeah, that was the meat and potatoes of that situation. And then basically the whole entire rest of the episode, outside of random fighting, is them trying to get out. And like you said, we find out that the lamp's gone, and Salem and us think that Hazel took it. Then we find out Hazel didn't take it. He went and got his cane. He went and got the cane. And he then before that happens, because he hasn't gotten into the room yet, we found out the cool shit that Salem could do. I unfortunately didn't get any pictures into it outside of the one that I have of Yang here.
Oh, if you go in the Discord, I have.
I know, I just didn't want to try and like parse photos out, but it's fine. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. No, I got the whole thing. Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like
she gets called out by Yang for basically being a piss baby, having a eternity long temper tantrum because someone took away their boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Yang, you got this. That's literally what my answer. I was like, Yang, you fucking stop
exactly.
This.
And then, like, I don't know if I said this on stream or not. I'm super envious of people, and I need to make sure that I have this ready so I could give the person credit, because I don't want to be one of those people. But there was a picture that got up, I want to say less than a half an hour after this episode was done. And it takes me an hour to draw good pictures with stick people. This was made by Yuli the Bi, and this picture reduced me to tears.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I saw that. I love it.
I'm just gonna go in the corner and cry now. Bye, guys.
I'm always crying in the corner.
Bye.
But yeah, we get, after that explosion, we get to see Hazel come back and talk a little bit with them after we got uses of magic.
Mm-hmm.
And Hazel comes back, tells Ozpin and Oscar point blank, no more Gretchen's boy, and then proceeds to give Salem the beatdown of the damn century. Look at all of this.
Fucking goat.
Look at him.
Look at this man.
Like, all I need to show is might be my favorite shot of the entire series.
Yeah.
Look at
That
this.
was great.
What's even better is that picture.
I was gonna say, face paint on her face.
No,
That
like,
was cool. That
I
was
think
cool.
the entire fight scene, my favorite part was actually right there at the end, where we talked about this right at the beginning there. I think before we started, Hazel literally eating fire dust.
Yeah, and like
that was like,
yeah, that
Burn
was
the
insane,
witch.
and that was insane because like also before this, I don't remember what happens, but there's a part where she gets dunked into the ground and her intestines spill in the air and then suck back into her body as she's
yes.
But yeah, like she said, like I was talking again with Crow about this outside of this review, and we're just like talking about how durable is he, and he's like, he's durable but he's killable. I'm like, is he? The guy ate fire dust to set the person he was holding on fire and just took it like a champ.
He's freaking juggernaut.
He's insane. That was just off the charts nuts. And like this shit.
Dude, yes.
Like this shit.
Just combining all the dust together. It's like, ooh.
Oh, it was nuts. Oh, but so much happened. And then it ends with Oscar doing something.
Do it.
As they hold her
yeah.
and they star wipe and cut to white, which I knew they were going to do, so you don't know exactly what happens. But the only thing that we know about that staff that they've stated but never showed, and I don't know what the hell it means, and I didn't know this until Admin Crow again pointed it out to me. Carrie brought up in a random like watch along that his staff has the ability to store time. I don't know.
JoJo reference?
I don't know what the hell that means.
JoJo reference time?
Am I getting my JoJo reference?
No.
Well, now I want you to get it.
Oh, I fucking hope so now.
But
Dude,
anyway,
that's still.
that whole. They haven't had a lot of fights leading up to that, just so we could have Hazel going nuts. And people need to remember, a couple episodes ago, he mentioned that he killed Salem multiple times and she just came back, including she had to put herself back together again, which means that this is this is the light version of the ass beating she received before this. And I don't think she was trying back then, and he still did really good when she was trying.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So part of me
he's
thinks
definitely a powerhouse.
Oh, yeah, he's a powerhouse, yeah.
Random theory on the spot, because you mentioned that his cane might have something to do with time.
It has the ability to store time, is what they said.
Oh, what if like the time is used to like keep Salem down longer?
Could be like you can kind of freeze her in the moment, kind of thing.
Yeah,
could be,
or like have like the process of her regenerating like take longer.
Could slow her down. I could see that.
But like buy them time to have the good guys take a W.
Yeah, that like I have no idea what store time means. So yeah, that could possibly be it. They've never clarified. They just mentioned it once and then just got rid of it. But
listen, either way, it's going to be a fucking JoJo reference.
Blake's gonna find a way to tie this to JoJo.
Oh,
she always does.
She tries so hard. All right, but this is just a really good episode. We basically covered almost all of it in pictures. So
I don't know if you have any, but there was one good part that stood out to me that I don't know if you have photos of Marrow and Winter. Their little chit-chat.
The Discord has it. The Discord has it.
I get it, but I was only like doing the conversations where there was actually like decent, cool shots in them, and that's basically just.
Yeah, I know, but it's just those words spoken, being like, "Well, what if your sister was in there? Would you still fucking do this?"
Yeah,
and it's like, it's my job.
No, I agree. She was. Marrow also is the entire Marrow. This entire episode was we're idiots. Why are we doing this? This is stupid. Why are we doing this?
Like, walking over himself.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When he said there's just children, I was like, wow.
Right.
If only they see this more in Attack on Titan.
Right?
These are like, if only you're in Attack on Titan.
And a lot of things.
To save us from these giant man-eating monsters.
They only said that in a lot of things.
The final season, I'm like, boy, Morrow, you gotta be
like Pokemon.
Say that.
No, that like 1 minute conversation there was just like, damn, Winter's blowing her job off, blowing off her family. It's like,
well, she says that. She says that.
She's not going to.
Yeah, she says that a lot, and she's just trying to be being her job in front of the people she needs to be her job in front of.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks that Winter's not making it back out of that whale.
I hope she doesn't.
Is it sad? I really don't want her to come back. Is it sad? I'm kind of okay if he dies.
I'm totally okay if Winter dies. Trust me.
Like I'm okay with it. Like I know a lot of people like Winter, but
Clover dies.
Like I can totally see her dying.
What?
I won't lose sleep if Winter dies. Like I won't lose any sleep over it.
I won't.
It's kind of sad to say.
I can tell you Clover will if she dies. Trust me. Summer and I will hear about it for weeks on end.
Did you now notice? I want you to know I've changed my name like 6 times throughout this stream.
I'm just ignoring it. I'm just ignoring it because if I give you power, it makes it worse.
All right, but
but I would be upset because honestly, I don't have a huge problem with Winter as some people do, but it's whatever. Out of any of them that would be story-wise meaningful to go right now, it would be Winter because like if honestly the stupid shot that I showed last week with someone's theory that because the door randomly closed and it only shut it off Winter and the other kids were okay. Like, if that's foreshadowing, it's foreshadowing. If it's not, it's not. But we see them bringing the charges into the whale. whether they leave or not. I know you're laughing, and I'm not going to look at what you changed it to. I just know what you're doing, and I'm not giving you the power. But anyway.
Oh my god.
We'll see next week because I don't know what the next episode is going to be, but it'll probably change either Winter's group or back to Ruby's group because they've been basically staying with one group for a thing.
They've been going back and forth.
And hopefully
which is fine.
Crow and Robin.
That actually would probably
hopefully that's the next thing we see.
That actually would probably make more sense. That might make more sense.
I feel like
honestly,
I feel like we're gonna see what Crow's doing.
They'll get something. It might not be a lot. It'll probably end up where they honestly, the options for what it could be is Crow and Robin, them showing the lifts that Whitley set off going to the crater. It could be both of those. I don't know where they're going to end up, but Ruby's group and then Winter's group, and to me, are the four most likely candidates of what they'll show next week. Because I doubt they're going to have this. Well, I take that back. We're probably gonna see for about 0.5 seconds what happened to Salem, Hazel, and Oscar.
I was gonna say we might see that at least, but I'll be honest, I'm being completely just greedy. I just want to see more Crow and Robin. I didn't even actually think that was valid.
We all do.
Yeah, same.
Also, to make a Last of Us reference before we get too far away from here.
No.
I got big old Joel vibes off of Oscar when he directly quoted him when they went walking away. He's like, "No, they just come after you." And he turned around and I was like, "Ah!" It's just like I imagine Joel shooting Marlene while he's holding Ellie the entire time. I was like,
"Why,
Oscar?
Why,
Oscar? You're being a man."
When Hazel told his Cinder, and Hazel told Oscar to do it. Is that a Dragon Ball Z reference?
Oh my god, no!
I think you're just trying too hard to find references because it can also be a Star Wars reference if you think about it.
I just remember that scene in the Dragon Ball on Briz, so it has to be a Dragon Ball Z reference now.
I don't watch it, so I don't know.
They have had a Dragon Ball Z abridged actor in volume 5?
I think it was 5.
It's the guy who throws the dagger at Crow when he leaves the bar looking for one of his huntsmen. I believe that was in 5.
Yeah, that was 5.
I made a... Oh, yeah, it is 5 because I actually made a Dragon Ball Z abridged crack joke out of that on my channel. Now that I remember that. But, so I think we covered pretty much anything. Danny, we'll get to one of the questions that you asked in my theory, but... he got exactly... Andrew, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He knows exactly... Do it. Yes, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. But we'll pretty much get the theories because we covered everything.
Honestly, yeah.
Mine is not so much a theory as a kind of prediction. So I want to say in the entire show's length, including showing her gravestone, Summer's been mentioned, I want to say around 7 to 8 times. 2 of them have been in the last year and directly at Salem. So either in the end episode or in the end credit scene, we find out where, what, or who the current state of what Summer is. It may not be a lot. Might only be 2 seconds, but that is a rough guess. That is just for later on. It's not for next week because, again, I don't know what the hell they're even going to show next week.
Yeah. Do you think she's alive or one of the new
I do think she's alive.
People?
I don't know what state she's in, but I believe she is alive. I don't know what state. I don't think she's in the Grimm thing yet because and again, I could be completely wrong. Everyone on the ship acted like that was a very brand new thing that Salem just did when they brought the Hound out.
Yeah.
So she could get turned into one in front of RWBY later. But if she's somewhere, I'm just saying. But I think that she's either going to be showed being held somewhere, in hiding somewhere, captured somewhere, but we'll see her. That's the only prediction I have because I have none for next week. Does anyone else have a prediction for next week?
Mine was yours. It was the summer. By
Oh.
the end of this volume,
There we go.
point.
Some point.
It's summer.
Like you said, they've been ramping up the summer mentions a lot. No, they actually had 3.
I was gonna say, wasn't there another?
They had Crow mentioned it to RWBY when they were getting their huntsman licenses. Wow, we're gonna try that again without having a stroke. I can't talk. RWBY
We have the power of summer.
RWBY mentioned it to Salem, and then they showed her in the flashback again, and then no, actually Salem mentioned it to RWBY. RWBY did not mention it.
And then
to
you
Salem.
saw the dark flashback.
Yes, exactly. And then now Yang just
I
mentioned
remember that bit.
and then Yang just mentioned it to her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
I say, like, next time we actually see her, I will be in my cosplay once more, just to mess with you again. That was fun.
what if like she's in like the middle stage, like her face is like how like that hound was, like half fucked up.
Like that oh,
I
there's
just
that,
want this to get dark and then
I know.
regret it later.
Oh, it'll get
I was
dark.
gonna
Trust me,
say,
we got plenty of volume
I
left.
just want everybody to cry.
I
Yeah.
want to suffer.
We'll have plenty
more.
of yes, and you want it to suffer more. You make them think that Summer's perfectly okay, and then you do this stuff to her after we finally got to see Summer that she's okay, and then she's not. You don't start it with her not okay if you want to go for maximum damage.
damn it.
Aim for its weak point for massive damage, if anyone knows what the hell I'm talking about. We might have to fight her mom at the end, but not next week. No, I'm like, I don't know if they're going to have her fight her. I think she might have to do other stuff, but I don't think we're going to see RWBY versus her mom. But anything else? Because like I said, they cut it off pretty clean at the end of that episode.
All I saw when they went black was that cliffhanger hanging from a cliff scene. That's all I saw.
I have a question.
What's up?
What's Cinder's doing? Cinder's in the whale. I mean, she doesn't hear what's going with the commotion.
Cinder's not the whale.
Yeah, Cinder
remember
was.
Cinder went and
She was
grabbed
getting.
Mom,
yeah,
Yeah.
but then she was going to
and then
find
they
her.
Because
fucked
you
off
have to,
somewhere.
I
you have to
totally
think of-
forgot.
yeah. You have to remember that these are happening like at parallel moments. Like this is happening on one end, these are happening at the other.
I forgot.
hate when shows
so
do that.
a lot
but
happens in
To be
Solo.
fair,
The whole
it's easy
volume
to forget
happens
about
in
Thunder.
the whole volume happens in 2 days, I believe they
I
said.
have no idea how.
it's short and they're throwing so much into it.
Yeah, but they're making it work though. I am very happy with that. And someone showed the clip from Community when Danny Glover's character comes back with a pizza and everything's on fire, and they put Salem and Cinder and Watts as him just like,
yes,
what's
yes.
going on?
Yes,
Everything is
imagine
on
that happen
fire.
next week. I'll laugh that happens.
They just
Next
come
week's
there
episode's like,
as
what?
they're coming back. The Monstra is exploding.
Yes.
That'll be great. Oh man, but yeah. That's another thing. I forgot about that. That's the 5th highest candidate, seeing Cinder and Watts. I didn't think about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Cinder's easily forgettable.
Or the 6th
Mhm.
one, we get to see something from Pietro and Maria.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Wait, guys.
Oh,
The
no,
seventh-
No,
The secret 7th
no.
one.
We're gonna see Forrest. We're just gonna see Forrest popping up.
I like how you know where I was going.
You're not exactly unpredictable at this point. Whenever you start laughing before you're talking, I know what you're going to bring up.
Forrest is the
Sorry, sis. Yeah, they got
He is
you.
the key.
Anyway,
I never said I was a master at keeping
Okay,
quiet.
so Summer, it's time for those crack theories.
yeah, I didn't
Let's
even
go.
get to ask for crack theories.
I
and then
want
she
them
got
crack
to it.
theories.
I mean, legitimately, I do think this is a crack theory, but I was just thinking about it more throughout the week. I'm kind of still thinking about that whole Silver Eyes business. Like, I know I was joking when we went
Same.
Naruto style and all that,
Same.
but I've been rewatching the show because I'm in another RWBY Discord, and that's what we've all been doing is rewatching the show lately. And I was just thinking about it just because they purposely do cut Maria's eyes.
Mm-hmm. I was
They
thinking about that
purposely
too.
want RWBY alive. We know that Silver-Eyed Warriors were being hunted. I'm not saying those eyes were necessarily planted in there, but I do think there's a lot of payoff for all this little stuff dropped here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's all that connected with the Hound, but it makes a lot of sense. One of the greatest weapons against Salem's biggest weapons, the Grim, she would try and use for her own sake.
The way that I've had it pronounced, the Maria thing, I always took as they had to have an excuse for why Maria couldn't use Silver Eyes and had to teach Ruby. At least to me, because if she was fully capable but just short, she could still use her eyes.
But short.
Honestly,
Just short is your
that's all.
disadvantage.
That's all. Well, she used to be, from the looks of it, like 6 foot tall, and now she's like 4 foot tall.
Look, Mexicans shrink
Hey,
as we
old-
age.
I was about to say, as people hit their peak, then they start shrinking.
I know.
That means summer's gonna shrink.
I'm already short.
Anyway, I'm just
That's
wondering if.
why I put it as a crack theory.
No, I get that. I think there's some validity to it, or just why she's doing Silver Eye Warriors. In my head, anyway, I kind of thought of it as an insult to injury type of thing. You're known to be able to take out Grim, so I'm going to stuff you inside of one.
I was gonna say I can also see that just being the reason, and I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
I mean, she's kind of a petty, vindictive woman.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, if you guys didn't know
really?
this about the villain of the show,
Century-long war over her dead boyfriend that she can't have back? No.
look, they had a divorce.
That's putting it very lightly.
It's the best way to put it.
We're
Wait.
taking.
They had a disagreement. They're on a break.
Yes, I was just about to say it. We're taking a break. Thank you. Yes, that's the most amicable way to put it.
Kind of add into like Summer's theory. Like, I still feel like, I guess like it's still more a crack theory because we don't have proof. Like, because like we know Maria had eyes, Summer, Rose, Ruby. What, like they're not faunuses. So what if that's why I kind of feel like it's possible that those eyes were implanted.
But it is possible. It's just also possible we never saw a silver-eyed faunus before because they're don't have them yet.
I was
So
gonna
that's
bring
why
that up, but
because like his whole like eye is like gone, and he was only had one. So that's why I feel like maybe.
Maybe, but in my head, if you're gonna implant eyes in someone, I would give them 2.
I mean, it
That's
could be,
just me.
you know.
I don't know. Like we said, we don't know, so it's whatever.
That's why I said crack theory.
No, I get it.
Yeah, that's why I'm like maybe
I
there's
just
like a
find it
reason,
interesting.
No,
like
it is. There's
trying to show like
something to
why
it.
like they like Maria lost her eyes.
I don't know. We'll find out more about it. Like they've been incredibly vague for
Forever.
For they're doing it purposely. We didn't actually start learning a lesson about Silver-Eyed Warriors until Volume 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So we're not probably gonna know until we actually get a shot of Summer, probably like an actual, honest to God, not flashback or memory of Summer. Because
I
like,
definitely.
Why are they so important? I don't know. Or you know what? Until the next time Maria has a
conversation with Ruby.
Whatever that's gonna happen.
Whenever she gets down from her satellite. Whenever she gets down from her
this is chilling
satellite.
out in space, man. I mean,
look, her
I guess that's a good retirement place.
Leave them alone.
Yeah. No, there's something to Silver Eyes. We just need to figure out what the hell it is. And like you said, they don't waste time with lore on the show if they don't need to. Honestly, you know how we probably would have learned more about it if they still did the World of Remnant stuff?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Probably would have learned a lot more. And I get why they don't do it, because they don't have quite the team and stuff, and they're trying to put more
and time
into the actual
management.
show. Yeah, it stinks, but like they have stuff like the RWBY World of book and stuff like that, so they'll just release another one and it's fine. It's whatever. But yeah,
Oh my God.
There was another crack theory that someone put. I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it.
I'm sorry. I saw it change.
I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it. God damn it. I'm not looking at it. Anyway, so does anyone have anything else?
Honestly, not too much. I feel like we covered a lot.
We did. And yeah. This has been shockingly, it's weird for me that the more restrictions and harder time that Rooster Teeth has putting RWBY together that the show ends up being better. Like they had to, I can't remember why last year, but something happened to where they had to take longer making episodes. No, the year before last year, that it wasn't exactly COVID related because they got their stuff done and then they got into it. It was something for delays for that. And then this one was COVID, and they've been getting better with the more restrictions I want to say they have. It's weird. They also been taking a lot longer. So that is a thing. They're not rushing out content, which I don't think they ever rushed out content before, but like we said, they're doing just the show and not other things. But
Yeah, that's why I like when the hiatus was like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for them, and at least.
yeah, at least. And I think it normally was like a month before. Not
No,
incredibly
normally it was like a week or two.
but I don't remember.
For
Yeah,
like for
but-
It was a
and then
very
he came
short-
back right after the holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
I'm happy with them taking longer if they need to. I've gotten to the point of where I don't care if something's delayed whatsoever, as long as it turns
yeah.
out good.
Yeah.
Like you being a JoJo fan, you're gonna wait for how long until you get a new season? That's not the Rohan spinoff.
Listen. Shut up.
Anyway, all right, we're basically done. So I guess we could just get up into the advertisement chunk of the
$5 mine doesn't work.
It's the
Yeah,
same
$5
picture.
mine's not gonna work.
It's the same picture as last time. So if it doesn't,
That's totally the same
That's not
picture as
her.
last time.
I didn't say she was up first.
Well,
Go ahead, Summer. Summer.
Sorry.
Forrest,
I forgot what I was doing.
stop thinking about Forrest for a moment.
Can't help
Never.
it.
He lives rent free in my head.
Ugh.
Anywho, you can find me as Ray Sketchit on Instagram and Twitter, and sometimes Facebook, where sometimes I post art when I feel like finishing it.
She doesn't finish it.
No, she does.
Hey, now. All right, Raven.
Oh, okay. You can find me at Fiery Summers Cosplay on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and I finally got my Twitter back and working again. So you can find me there as well.
Nice.
I got banned on that
And
one apparently.
Let's click
did you
the
do?
frick. There it is.
Never a dull moment.
I
Fine.
clicked the wrong one. There we go.
I'm nominated Hearts. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as I try to keep up and I post memes. So if you like memes that are Kingdom Hearts related, please follow me.
There you go. And you really don't need to follow me anywhere. I'm on
Okay,
this. I'm on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be starting a Facebook page that is a Hazel fan group. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah,
Fan club.
it will be #1 Hazel fan group, Hazel fanboy for life. But you can find me in Organoid Zero everywhere, mostly on Twitch, which I might actually stream after this is done. I don't know, but yeah, we will see you all next time. Bye.